here on 3rd and long. Throwing deep. Oh, and he's got a man open. That's McKinnon, and he's into the end zone. And the Bears score again, Phil.
That's a killer. They hand the ball off for the first time in the game, and Marshall Faulk fumbles the ball. You don't see that very often.
Well, I hate to say that this game is over, but it's going to be have to be an amazing comeback story if the Rams even want to make this a game again.
Welcome back to Soldier Field. This is the Bears and the Rams. Chicago having a 21-3 lead here. And Phil, what do you think, looking at these first half stats, what the Rams have to do to get back in the game here?
Well, the obvious blazing detail in those halftime stats is the amount of rushing yards that the Bears have over the Rams. It's almost double, and you might see that the Rams have more passing yards, but the Bears are definitely going to lean more towards the rushing attack, and they can deal without the passing game. As long as that running game is effective, they're going to be dominant in this game.
Bears on the inside run for about 1.5 yards, bringing up a 2nd and a short 9 here. McMahon coming out. He hasn't passed the ball much, but he hasn't really had to. Walter Payton has been a dominant force so far. And he gets another handoff to the right side, and he gains about 2 yards on the play, bringing up a 3rd and long here for Jim McMahon and the Bears. So from the 22, Bears coming out with 2 wide receivers. McMahon throwing right, and it is complete, but short of the first down. McKinnon for 4 yards, and that'll lead to the punting unit for the Bears.
Well, the first thing the Rams have to do to stop the bleeding here is what they just did. They had to stop the Chicago Bears on this drive, and now the Rams have an opportunity to close in the gap a little bit. Let's see if they're able to do it on this drive.
Hill from the 40-yard line, and he gets out to about the 48-yard line. That's where Kurt Warner and his average first half, to say the least. He'll take over from the 48 near midfield. Good field position. Marshall Faulk on the first down carry, and he gains about 1 yard on the play, bringing up a 2nd and 8.
Well, if the Rams want to have any success, they're going to want that dude right there, Marshall Faulk, to get it going, whether it be screen games in the passing yards and all that, or just running the ball on the ground. But Marshall Faulk is definitely the key to this Rams offense.
2nd down and 8. Warner from the gun, throwing quick to the left side, complete to Faulk, and that's a first down. And the Rams finally getting into Chicago territory here. Easy play for the first.
Well, that's the way you got to look at it. Marshall Faulk, he's such a diverse running back. He can make plays in the passing game, as you can see right there. No matter where he is, you gotta be careful where Marshall Faulk is.
Another carry for Faulk that gains 4 yards, bringing up a 2nd down in a medium 6 situation here. And the Rams getting into a rhythm here against the Chicago defense. That's something we haven't really seen since the beginning of the first here. Warner on 2nd down, throwing underneath, complete to Faulk on another play, and that gets a 3rd and medium 4 situation for the Rams.
Well, you see, the Rams are understanding you don't have to hit the home run every time. If you can bring up 3rd and manageable every time, that's something offensive coordinators can deal with.
Chicago playing great defensively, allowing underneath. It's intercepted. Leslie Frazier going the other way, and that is his 2nd pick in the ball game.
Just when it looks like the Rams are starting to get a little momentum and a little rhythm, Leslie Frazier jumps in there and says, we're going to take back control of this game. The Rams, they're not looking good at this point, Nick.
Chicago still leading 21-3. We'll have the ball right after this. After the Frazier pick, it is now a Bears 1st and 10. Handoff to Payton, and he gains about 1 yard. And now the Rams need another big play from their defense, being down 21-3 here. McMahon from 2nd down and 9. Another handoff to Payton, and he scoots to the right side and gains about 6 yards on the play. And you see on the bottom ticker there, Walter Payton nearing 130 yards on the ground so far today. And on 3rd down, expect him to get another carry. McMahon, no play action this time, looking all day, throwing to the right sideline, and it is incomplete. McKinnon could not bring his 2nd foot in. That brings up a 4th down.
Well, the Rams are lucky there. It looks like McMahon had exactly what he wanted, but he led his receiver just a little bit too much, and he was out of bounds, and the Rams escape there, and they have to try and get back where they were. Let's see if Kurt Warner can shake off that interception and lead his team back into Bears territory.
Hill with a nice return there to the 34, and now Warner will have Pretty short field here. Ball on the 34 at first down and 10, and the Rams really need points here on this possession, being down by 3 scores. Warner back to throw. Throwing to the right side, and it is incomplete. Boy, he took a nasty hit there by Leslie Frazier, who's having one heck of a game so far, Phil.
Yeah, Leslie Frazier's in the mindset where, you know, whatever side of the field he's on, he's going to lock it down himself. He's feeling like a bad man right about now.
Hold underneath, and we haven't really heard him today. That's his first catch of the ball game, and now it's a 3rd down and 5.
Well, you know, if you told me that Torrey Holt wasn't going to get a catch till midway through the 3rd quarter, I could have predicted that the Rams weren't going to have many points, and that's exactly what's happened here.
So 3rd down and 5, down 21-3. Warner underneath, complete, no, dropped. Another big hit by this Bears defense. Mike Singletary jarring the ball loose.
Well, the Bears have been known for those big hits at the right moment, and just when you think they're going to convert for a first down, a Bears defender, it doesn't matter who it is with this team, they have such a star-studded cast, as you see William Perry, just to add another name to the list. It doesn't matter who it is that you're up against on the Bears defense, they can make the play.
Jones back to punt, and this one may go in the end zone. Galt's not going to return it, and the ball stays inside the 5. It will be picked up at about the 2-yard line. So the Rams special teams doing what it has to do. Bears deep in its own territory, ball on the 2-yard line. They're handing it off to Payton, and he gets to about the 3.
Well, that's got to be the first break the Rams have really gotten all day, is being able to pin Chicago deep in their own territory. So if Chicago's going to make anything happen, they're at least going to have to drive the length of the field.
2nd down and 9, hand off to Payton, and he is getting stuffed. 2 straight series, and you don't really see that. Payton had one heck of a first half, in the 3rd. He is pretty pedestrian right now. 3rd down and 9 from the 3. Hand off to Suhi, the fullback, and he gets to about the 6. So the Rams defense doing its job on back-to-back series, forcing another punting situation.
Well, I think that was smart by the Bears. They just took a conservative approach here. They didn't want to try anything fancy and turn the ball over deep in their own territory.
Hill on the return from the 40, takes it out to Bears territory to a 35-yard line. Nice return, 25 yards on the play. Bringing up a 1st down and 10. At the 35, and Warner looking to get in the end zone here. Hand off to Falk off the right side, spinning, and he gets to about the 32. Gain of 3 on the play.
Looks to me like Marshall Falk needs to lay off the circle button. He seems to be spinning when he doesn't quite need to.
2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard Falk run. Ball on the 32, right hash. Warner taking his time, back to throw. Looking, throwing right side, complete to Holt again, and that's a 6-yard pickup. Now Holt getting in the action, 2 catches, and that'll lead to the end of the 3rd quarter. Bears still leading 21-3, but Rams driving into Bears territory. Ball on the 26, and we will have the 3rd down and 1 after this. This is the NFL on Fox Sports.